Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. What a wonderful psalm we have to study this week. That is Psalm 91, one of the most beloved psalms in the entire Psalter, probably of the entire Bible, of all the music, of all the songs and the rhymes that we have in the Bible. This maybe is one of the most beloved ones. It's just one that we retreat to every time that we have a trouble, or we have a hurt, or we have a problem. We go to Psalm 91, don't we? When we're confused and we're alone, we look to Psalm 91 for comfort. This is the deliverance song, and it's, like I said, it's one that the church has been in love with for centuries. And still we are. This hasn't changed anything. Just because it's ancient and just because we've loved it in an ancient way, well, it doesn't mean that we don't love it in a contemporary way too, because we find application for this song, oh my goodness, in everyday living. Now I'm going to take a big bite today. We're going to read verses 3 through 7 because the psalmist begins his encouraging here in verse 3. So he turns from himself. Remember, we had the first person in verse 2, and we had the general, y'all, me and you, all of us together there in verse 1, he that dwells. Well, that's open to everybody who might want to, including the psalmist. And then he says, I will say. So the first person there in verse 2, he gives this keynote of the psalm in the first person. And then we have in verse 3, he shall deliver thee. So now he's going to talk to his audience, his reader. So let me read verses 3 through 7. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So you'll notice that he is talking directly to the reader here, and we begin with these two very positive statements in verses 3 and 4. Surely he shall deliver thee. He shall cover thee with his feathers. But notice that we begin verse 3 with surely. This is the positive here. There's no way that this won't happen. He will deliver thee. Why? Because you've made the Most High your secret place, abiding in the shadow of the Almighty. You've said of the Lord, he's my refuge, fortress, my God, in him will I trust. That's the key. The key to deliverance is always trust in the Lord. You don't try it out on, like you go to the store and you put on a pair of pants and try them on for size. You're not doing that. You're giving your whole heart to him. You're trusting him completely. And in that condition, surely he shall deliver thee. Why? You're trusting in him. From the snare of the fowler, from the noisome pestilence, he shall cover thee with his feathers. And notice here the tender image. If you've ever been in the country, you've ever seen this, the hens, the ducks, the geese, practically all the fowls do this. They'll tuck their young under their wings to protect them, to keep them warm at night. They'll snuggle them up so that they are protected from the elements outside and from predators. So covering thee with his feathers, under his wings you shall trust. Of course, that doesn't mean the Lord has wings or feathers. He doesn't. He's a spirit. He doesn't have a body like men or like animals. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. So again, the truth, that is his feathers, his wings, are protecting us. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence, nor for the destruction. So you see, now he expands upon what he says there in verses 3 and 4. He shall deliver thee, he shall cover thee, so you're not going to be afraid. Not of the terror, not of the arrow, not of the pestilence, not of the destruction. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it won't come near you. So it doesn't matter what happens to everybody else. It's not going to come near you. Because, why? Well, he tells us, surely he will deliver. Surely he will cover us with his truth, shield and buckler over us. All right, so join me tomorrow. We're going to look at verses 8, 9, and 10 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.